Alright, here is an update on Iggy. She's doing pretty good, and if you notice, she's actually in a new enclosure. We had to downsize our living, and we are currently in a one-bedroom kind of studio-ish apartment that it's not really an apartment. We made it. My fiance's mother's garage. So I kind of went through a tough decision. It was between a rock and a hard place, as they say. And it was, should we keep Iggy and free roam her with a toddler, or should I adopt her out? And I wanted to do what was best for Iggy, and you know, of course, what was best for us, but it was a really hard decision. And what we came up with was it's better for Iggy to stay with us, because even though she's a great girl, I don't know how she would respond to a new owner, and I don't want to give her up, of course. So we did this smaller enclosure. She's got sort of like a little view of the store here. We're not done with our apartment renovations yet either, but we had to get her out of the cage because it was right here, and we do not have a lot of space. So her entire enclosure was all just this entire space all the way out to, like, you know, the middle of this floor, which is like more than a third of our whole living room area. So my fiance, under the direction of my father, who's the one who built the original enclosure, built this, and we kind of figured, well, like, if we free roam her, she's just gonna have a shelf. So let's make it, you know, maybe 2 levels, and we'll keep the tub for, you know, tub pooping down here once we get it all set up. You know, we gotta get the aquarium backings, and we gotta set up the humidifier. I need to get a humidifier that has a tube, you know, so I can get it up there, because it's not the wire grate anymore like this one. So the humidity doesn't freely, you know, go through. It's just gonna get stuck and make a bunch of mildew, and it's gonna be really bad. So right now we are waiting for a mega ray to arrive, and I've got kind of an old UVB tube up there and just a little 7500 watt. So she's kind of, you know, she's kind of not really that active right now because she's kind of a little chilly. But hopefully in the next day or two we'll get our mega ray, and we're gonna put the mega ray actually right up, like in that bay right there, right in there, like my fiance did. That spot right there. And I just, as I'm eating oatmeal with my daughter, said to myself, she doesn't look warm enough, and I'm worried, so I just rigged up some ribbon from my daughter's 2nd birthday party and kind of angled the lighting onto her a little bit better, the heat. So actually, Iggy is beneath a loft that we built, which is pretty cool up there. Also not finished, but that's like a ladder that swings down, and so we've got a lot of customized stuff here. And I think what we're gonna do is maybe use the old wire rack to, well, I don't know about all my daughter's stuff here, but we might have it temporarily, like, I guess maybe just hanging here, maybe inside, I don't know. And then when she comes down to, you know, use her tub to go to the bathroom, we'll just like swing it down, or maybe just during the day we'll just have it open and she can come out. I was thinking about maybe using something over here, like when this, because this door opens too. You know, I don't know, maybe we could do something. If anybody's got any ideas for me, I would really appreciate it. This was pretty tough to come up with. We had to sacrifice some space here, and Iggy had to sacrifice a little space, but it's a little bit smaller in some ways, but it's actually wider for her, so she has an easier time turning, and she seems pretty comfortable here. I was very worried that she would get stressed out, but we actually, during Hurricane Sandy, we had to evacuate, and we took her to my parents' house, and she stayed in a dog crate for a few days, but you know, we brought the heat lamp and everything for her, and she was doing pretty good. And she didn't really seem that stressed out at all, so she's a very easygoing girl, and I'm lucky. But anyway, if anybody has any ideas for us on how to get like some sort of ramp going, from, from this area here to the floor, I would really appreciate that. Like rope, I don't know, something. So, I don't know. I want her to have some freedom to come down. Of course, even in her older enclosure, she rarely ever came down. It was only to use the bathroom, and then she would come out. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, that's cool. It sticks on the wall. And then she would kind of hang out for a little bit, eat some bananas, and then she would just go back home. So, not sure, if it'll be different here, if she'll want to get out more or what, but, yeah, like I think that we might actually, by this window here, do a folding kind of, like basking area for her. And in the summertime, I would like to do an outside enclosure because we have a whole backyard out there. And that is pretty much the update. She's doing pretty good. We had those spike issues. I'm coming, babe. I'm coming. My daughter, she just turned 2. Well, I guess, tomorrow she'll be 2. Yeah, so the spikes, we had that issue with the humidity, and it's been tough, but, she seems really healthy otherwise, and it's just, I guess it's just looks, the spikes, like fingernails, but, I mean, it can be an indicator of health, too, but she seems good. She's still really calm and trained and sweet, and she's put up with a lot with my daughter. She's, like, so patient with her. I trust Iggy way more than I trust the cat at Grandma's, the dogs at Nana's, like, so much more. She's so much more patient. Of course, I don't let them, really hang out as much as my daughter would like to, but, so that's the update, and I don't want to bore you too much. It's going on a few minutes, so, alright, let me know if you have any suggestions. Thanks, guys.